Hey there, space explorers. Welcome to this epic explainer. Today, we're going to blast off on literally the biggest adventure ever. We are taking a grand tour of our amazing solar system. We'll be visiting all 8 distinct planets and, of course, our massive sun. So I hope you're ready for some incredible science, because we are going deep into space. But before we launch, I gotta ask, did you know there's a planet out there with a storm bigger than Earth? Yeah, bigger than our whole entire planet. It's completely mind-blowing to think about weather that massive. I'm actually going to reveal exactly which planet that is in just a bit. So grab those helmets, buckle up your spacesuits nice and tight, and get ready for the ride of your life. All right, here we go. Commencing countdown to launch our virtual rocket ship into the great unknown. 3, 2, 1, blast off. Wow! Okay, we are officially leaving Earth's atmosphere and zooming right out into the galaxy. Our very first stop is the fiery center of it all, the sun, our giant star. Quick safety warning first, though. Never, ever look directly at the sun, okay? Its intense light can really hurt your eyes. But, it gives us all the light and warmth we need to survive. And its scale, it's just unimaginably huge. 1 million. That is how many Earths could fit inside it. Seriously, just picture 1 million of our whole planet crammed into a giant cosmic jar. That really puts into perspective how tiny we are compared to this giant star. Oh, and here's a totally fascinating fun fact for you. When you feel the warmth of the sunshine on your face, well, that light isn't exactly brand new. It actually takes about 8 minutes for the sun's light to travel all the way through the freezing vacuum of space just to reach us here on Earth. So when you're looking at the sunshine outside, you are literally feeling 8-minute-old light. How wild is that? Moving right along, next up we have the inner planets, Mercury and Venus. Now, these 2 neighboring worlds are incredibly different from each other. First up is Mercury. It's super tiny and man is it speedy. It zooms around the sun faster than any other planet. But it has these wild extreme temperatures. We're talking freezing cold nights and incredibly hot days. Then, right next door, we have glowing Venus. Now, Venus is often called Earth's twin because it's about the same size as our planet. Plus, it happens to be the absolute brightest planet you can spot in the night sky. But hey, do not let that twin label fool you. Venus reaches a staggering 900 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah, even though it's second in line from the sun, Venus is actually the hottest planet in our entire solar system. See, its thick clouds totally trap the heat, making it hot enough to melt solid lead. Imagine standing inside a blazing hot pizza oven, and then multiply that heat by 1,000. No thanks. All right, let's keep moving on our grand tour. Next up, Earth and Mars, our home and the red planet.
So, our home planet is incredibly special, and that's all thanks to the Goldilocks Zone. Scientists use this term to describe the absolute perfect distance from a star where a planet is, well, not too hot, like Venus, and not too cold. It's just right. And that perfect distance allows liquid water, oxygen, and life to exist. This is exactly why Earth is the only planet we know of that's covered in oceans, trees, and living, breathing creatures.
Since Earth is so perfect for us, it makes me wonder, what's your favorite thing about it? Really think about it for a second. Is it the beautiful blue oceans, the vast green forests, or maybe it's our single moon that controls the ocean tides and gives us that awesome glowing moonlight? Whatever it is, Earth is truly amazing, and, it's really up to all of us to take great care of it. Now let's shift our focus to the 4th planet from the sun, Mars. You probably know it as the red planet thanks to all the rusty iron dust covering its surface. Now, Mars is super famous for having the tallest volcano in the entire solar system, called Olympus Mons. Get this, it is a staggering 3 times taller than Earth's massive Mount Everest. Actually, scientists are so fascinated by Mars that NASA has sent robot rovers, which are basically high-tech, remote-controlled science cars, to explore its rocky surface right now. Hold on tight, space explorers, because we are now approaching the giant planets, Jupiter and Saturn. Hey, remember that huge question I asked at the beginning of this explainer? The one about the giant storm? Well, here is your answer. Jupiter is the absolute biggest planet in our solar system. In fact, it's so huge that all the other planets could literally fit inside it. And it's home to the Great Red Spot. That's a swirling, raging storm with 400-mile-per-hour winds. And get this, that storm has been swirling for over 350 years. That means this storm is literally older than the United States. Next, we're going to fly past what I honestly think is the most beautiful stop on our tour, Saturn. It has these massive, glowing rings made of billions of individual pieces of rock and ice. And it's crazy because some of these ice chunks are as tiny as a single snowflake, while others are as massive as a house. Plus, Saturn has 146 confirmed moons. One of those moons, named Titan, actually has flowing rivers and lakes. But they aren't made of water, they're made of liquid methane. But okay, here is probably the most hilarious fact about Saturn. It's a planet that could actually float in a bathtub. I know, it sounds absolutely crazy, but Saturn is mostly made of gas, which makes it incredibly light for its massive size. If you could somehow find an ocean, or, a giant galactic bathtub, big enough to hold it, Saturn would just bob around and float right on the water. All right, explorers, time to grab a heavy jacket. We are now reaching the freezing, dark, icy edges of the solar system to visit our final two planets, the ice giants, Uranus and Neptune. Let's contrast these two freezing worlds really quick. First up is Uranus. It's an ice giant with a super weird feature. It spins completely on its side. Scientists actually believe that billions of years ago, a massive cosmic object crashed into Uranus and just knocked it right over. Silly Uranus. And then we have Neptune. This is the final and farthest planet from the sun, making it the absolute coldest and windiest world in our entire planetary neighborhood. So the really crucial thing to understand here is just how extreme Neptune's weather gets. The freezing winds on Neptune whip around the planet at a jaw-dropping 1,200 miles per hour. To put that in perspective, that is actually faster than the speed of sound, and it's wildly stronger than even the most destructive tornadoes we ever see on Earth. You definitely, for sure, wouldn't want to get caught outside on Neptune.
Okay, it is solar system quiz time. Let's test your knowledge in a rapid-fire game show to see exactly what you remember.
Think you can answer these free space questions? Here we go. Question 1. Which planet has the biggest, most beautiful rings? Got it? Okay. Question 2. What is the exact name of Jupiter's giant 350-year-old storm? All right, and question 3, which silly planet spins completely on its side? Did you get them? Let's check. Let's reveal those answers. Number 1 is Saturn. Number 2 is the Great Red Spot. And number 3 is Uranus. If you got all 3 of those right, go ahead and give yourself a massive round of applause, because you are officially a solar system genius. Wow, what an incredible journey this has been. We have an absolutely amazing solar system made up of 8 unique planets, 1 massive life-giving sun, and beyond our little neighborhood, there are literally billions of other stars in the universe. And honestly, the coolest part of it all is that scientists and astronomers are discovering brand new secrets about space every single day. Which really brings us to one final inspiring question. Could you be the next space explorer? I mean, think about it. Maybe you'll be the very first person to walk on the red dust of Mars, or maybe the scientist who discovers a brand new hidden planet. Keep learning, keep looking up at the stars, and never, ever lose that curiosity. Thank you so much for joining me on this Explainer today, explorers. Let's send it out with one last massive celebration. 3, 2, 1, blast off.